What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, you can see we're driving right now. We are officially in Tennessee, but we are about 190 miles from Lebanon, which is where we're going for Southeastern Truck Nationals. And this is going to be a vendor recap video for you guys. I've been to this show before as a spectator and with bringing my C10. We don't have the C10 with us, but I've got my Rollin Recklezz apparel brand trailer with me. And this is going to be our first year ever as a vendor for the show. So I'm going to take you guys along for the ride with me and kind of show you guys a little recap and tell you how we did at the show. I think it'll be a good one. It's usually a pretty busy show. But yeah, I will turn the camera back on as soon as we get there, and I'll start getting set up and kind of show you guys the layout of everything, and we'll get rocking with this weekend. All right, it's about 7:30-ish in the morning, but yeah, we're here at Southeastern Truck Nationals. Got the booth set up right there. I haven't put out tablecloths or mannequins or anything yet, but you can see got everything rocking in the trailer. Lots of other good vendors and stuff around here. Gates open at 8 o'clock, so it gives me about 30 minutes or so to at least set all the clothes out and turn on all the electronics and get ready to go. From a vendor standpoint, I'll show you something awesome that you don't get at most shows, and it's gonna make my weekend here. Power hookups. Every vendor trailer back here has power hookups. So I don't have a generator for my vendor trailer yet, so I thought I was going to suffer all weekend in the heat because it gets crazy hot here. So I brought a little portable fan, and that's what I thought I was going to be rocking with all weekend. And yeah, as soon as I pulled up, they said we had power. Luckily, I keep an portable AC unit in my trailer anyways, and so I turned on that thing, and now I have AC the entire weekend in my trailer without having to run a generator. So that's amazing. Huge perk for this show, and completely changed my weekend. But yeah, let's go finish getting set up. I see a lot of big brands here, so I don't know how I'm going to do sales wise, because I mean, you got to compete against all those others for sales. But I mean, you got some good ones here, like Square Body 10s here, you got Square Body Nation here, you got KIKs here, Drop 'em Wares here, Johnny Speed Shops here, Simple C10. There's so many people here, so definitely a good spot to get merch if you're looking to buy merch. But yeah, let's set up this booth and get going. All right, it is getting hot out, but we are set up. I've got the whole booth is done. We got a couple new designs here, like we just dropped this one right here. We just dropped the patina one right here. And then we've got the new OBS one right there. Got some banners. And then here's one of the booth vehicles. This is Rick's Square Body right here. This thing is awesome. Sitting on some intros down there. Will Woods. Super clean. Real nice interior too. Look at that. Still got the clean carb mats in there. Real nice bed. And so yeah, that'll be one of the booth vehicles. We've got another one on the way right now, so we'll park that right next to Rick's truck right there. And then yeah, we're just gonna sit here all day and get rolling on some sales. The AC is up and running. It feels amazing, night and day difference. So thankfully I have that, but man, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's already really, really hot out here. Hot. We finally got a break though, and gates really haven't opened for spectators yet, so right now we're enjoying this AC and my Cheerios breakfast. Good morning. It's officially day number 2 at Southeastern Truck Nationals. Today we are rocking the Square Body with cigarette logo shirt. This one right here. That one was popular yesterday. I have 6 left. We almost sold out of it. As far as for yesterday, this is my first time vending at the event, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. I expected, because it's a Friday, Saturday show, that Friday would be mostly vendors here and people coming in with their trucks or dropping off their trucks or whatnot, and probably not a heavy spectator count, which was pretty much what it was. There was people walking around, definitely made some sales and stuff yesterday. Nothing crazy or anything like that, but it was a lot of really cool people here. Got to see a lot of really nice trucks. They had probably 1,500 to 2,000 trucks here yesterday. So I got to meet a lot of cool people, did sell some stuff, and then I really enjoyed the event. It was fun for the first day setup. I imagine that today's probably going to be insane, and that's when all of the spectators and stuff will be here for the most part. It's sunny weather outside. You couldn't ask for anything better. It's in an awesome location. The vendor row is super organized with everybody laid out back here and stuff like that. And yeah, so let's hope for a good day. And so far, all is well with Southeastern Truck Nationals. Definitely a good time as a vendor. All right, so I didn't really record much vendor stuff on day 2 just because it was so hot. I was so tired and we got a little busy. But we're finally back in the house after a 14-hour drive home. Yeah, that was crazy. So I did like 14 hours there, was there for 2 days, then drove 14 hours home. Just got back a little bit ago, dropped off the trailer. Got to work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm tired, sunburnt, even though I was sitting in a trailer all day. Man, that heat was crazy. But yeah, awesome show. I thought it was going to rain both days. It ended up not raining, but it was probably like 110 degrees. Like, it was unbearable out there. I had a little AC unit running in the trailer. It didn't really keep up as much as I'd hoped, so I need to do something better for my trailer for that, because it was kind of just blowing all of the air out of my vendor windows. So not the ideal setup. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, the show is massive. Like, it is one of the best shows probably in the country. There's like 2,000 plus trucks there, some really awesome trucks. And there was a lot of people there and stuff too. But for some reason, and this is like my first time I've ever said I lost on YouTube as far as being a vendor, I went negative. Not necessarily a bad thing. I actually look at it as a good thing, and I'll tell you why. So if you guys know, like for the last year and a half, I've mostly done these small shows, like little one-day events where you're one of the bigger brands out there, and people know you, so you get a lot of sales and you do good, and the vendor prices are cheap, and it's cheap to travel to them and all that stuff. So that's kind of what I've been used to, other than like mini Nats and like C10 Fall Arrival, where like I crush it at those shows as a vendor. So I know those are going to go well. But this was my first time at Southeastern Truck Nationals, and they have a ton of vendors, and they have a ton of apparel vendors. So was it too many apparel vendors? Maybe, maybe not. Did my merch just suck compared to everybody else's? Maybe, maybe not. Like, they had some really cool designs. There was a lot of really good companies out there that have been around way longer than me. So that shows me that I obviously need to work on some better designs, maybe bring some different types of stuff out there if I go out there again. So if anything, it's not the show's fault. Like, there were spectators out there, lots of them walking around, not so much in my area, but definitely like in the front of the vendor area and stuff. But definitely I saw like what sold there, so I need to bring more of that stuff. Like, I didn't sell a single mini truck design shirt, and I had like 4 of them out there, so I won't even bring those if I go again. Next time I'll bring all square body stuff, C10 stuff, blazers, like dualies. Like, I'll have a whole completely different lineup if I go out there again as a vendor. The only thing negative that I would say would have been my vendor placement, and they've always had the same vendor setup that I've seen the whole time there, but maybe because I'm new and this was my first year as a vendor, I got stuck in a back corner pretty much at like the vendor entry gate. It wouldn't have been a bad spot had it not been so hot out and people were walking around, but because the heat was so unbearable, there was 0 foot traffic back there. The only thing that came back there was pretty much some people on some golf carts, and they would like cruise around, but they had already made it through 50 other vendors before they got to me. So I was kind of like the last stop. So like a lot of people didn't buy stuff. I did make sales, like, so I definitely made some money back off the show, but I think I fell about $500 short of breaking even on the show. So it was like a $500 loss for me to go to that show, but learned some stuff, got to talk to some people, got to meet some new people. So that was awesome. Obviously I got to film a ton of footage, probably about 300 or 400 reels I got out of it. So I know, like, posting those on Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to make that $500 back just from the content. So like, it's not really that big of a deal, but it was cool to set up as a vendor at a big show like this for the first time. Like I said, I learned a lot. I'll come up with some different designs and do some different stuff and tailor it more towards that show if I go back there as a vendor. But the show was awesome, man. Like, the people were awesome. So many trucks, like so many really, really nice trucks there, and a lot of different types of trucks. And the vendor lineup, man, there were some good brands there for sure. So I got to see some really cool stuff. And then I got to see a lot of friends and stuff. And then, of course, it's Tennessee. I always love trips to Tennessee. I will say it's exhausting. The hotel I stayed at, I will never stay at again. That was absolutely horrible. I stayed at this place called the Knight's End because it was like the only cheap place I could find close to the show. It was like 8 minutes from the show. I was trying to keep it as economical as I could, since it was my first time at that show, and I wanted to give myself the best chance possible to make money at the show. And it was bad. Like, I thought I was going to fall through the floor on the second floor, and it was like a no smoking room. The smoke detectors were ripped out of the wall. There were cigarette burns on the bed. Like, it was trash, man. Yeah, so the hotel wasn't good. But yeah, if you guys were there, I appreciate you guys coming by the booth. It's an awesome show. I like going every year. I brought my square body there last year. I didn't bring my truck this year, but man, such a cool show. I'm really grateful that I got to take the trip out to Tennessee. The staff at Southeastern Truck Nationals was awesome. Brian and his whole crew and everything, they always came by, checked on me, made sure I had what I needed. They were super friendly people. No issues at the show or anything like that. Like, it was very well organized and easily run by them and stuff. So shout out to Southeastern Truck Nationals for the event that you guys put on. It's big. It's definitely a good time, and I encourage everybody to go to it. And lessons learned from me, and I'll fix it on the next go round and keep pushing. I expected this to happen at some point during this year, so this is the first show I've gone negative on the entire year. All other shows I've always turned a profit on. So it's humbling, and it shows you that nothing is perfect, and you've got to work for it, and you've got to keep your head down and just keep pushing forward and come out on top. So it does set you back. So I got to figure out a new game plan for the next 2 shows, because the money that I did lose was going to pay for a new design to come out at Rad Rides in the Park. So hopefully I can make it back up at the next show. But we're going to go to Patina Party next August 31st, and that's going to be up in Maryland, I believe it is. So I'll have a good time up there. I know it's a smaller show, bringing a ton of patina and like bag car type stuff, a lot of C10 type stuff up there. I'll bring some mini truck stuff with me, and I already pushed the order on the restock for all the shirts that I did sell. I'm not restocking any of the hats I sold or signs or anything like that, or banners or anything like that, because I still do have quite a bit in stock. So I want to keep the purchasing down since we lost on this show, and just restock the t-shirts, and then we'll look at it again after Patina Party and keep rolling. But appreciate you guys watching, and hit that like and subscribe button, and there's going to be a show recap coming right after this. I'll see you.